Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello dear students, I am Dr. Mona Semalti from HNB Garhwal University, Srinagar Garhwal. Welcome you in the very first module of cosmetic dosage form. And in this module, we will discuss introduction to cosmetics. After going through from this module, you will come to know what are cosmetics, history of cosmetics, cosmetic and cosmeceuticals, approval requirement of the same, and different types of cosmetics. So dear students, this is going to be our lesson plan. So we will see in this module about introduction to cosmetics, history, definitions, difference between cosmetics and cosmeceuticals, regulatory requirements, and classification of cosmetics. So dear students, let me give you brief idea about cosmetics. See, cosmetics are used to enhance your appearance. The first known people who used cosmetic to enhance their beauty were Egyptian people. So makeup those days was just simple eye coloring or some material for the body. But nowadays, makeup plays an important role for both men as well as for women, and makeup is used as a beauty aid to build up the self-esteem and confidence of individual. So this is the gross idea behind cosmetic preparations, that cosmetics preparations are used to enhance your appearance. Now let us see the availability of cosmetics. See, as you all know that in our day-to-day life, each and every person of all the age group uses these cosmetic products, and they are available in the form of cream, perfumes, eyeshadows, nail polish, hairspray, and other cosmetics like face powder. Okay, so face powder which gives glow to the skin after applying the base cream. And then we have lipsticks, so which are applied by the women of all the ages, and they are made up of wax and cocoa butter in the desired amount. So again we have creams, gel and lotions, so they are used on daily basis by both men and the women. So creams acts as a cleanser for the face in many circumstances. So you might have heard cleansing cream. So most recently anti-aging creams have been manufactured which can retain the younger look skin for many years, and the best cleansing agents are cleansing cream, soap and water. Cosmetic creams. So what is the function of creams? See, dear students, see, we will discuss all these preparations in detail in our coming module. But here I am just giving you the brief idea of availability of cosmetics, that cosmetics are available in what all forms. So cream, as we are discussing here, creams. So cream serves as a skin food for hard, dry and chapped skin. So it mainly lubricates, softens and remove unwanted dirt from the skin. So some popular fat creams that are used include Vaseline, lanolin, and dry creams are used in the manufacture of soap, gelatin, which is used as a base for the skin. So similarly, hair care products become one of the fastest developing market in the beauty industry. So products like hair gel, oil and lotion have been introduced in the market to help protect hair fall and dandruff. So these are hair care products. So this also comes in the category of cosmetic preparations. All right. So it's a brief idea about the availability of cosmetics in different forms. So now I'll take you to the history of cosmetics. So the history of cosmetics will tell us that from where the cosmetics preparation were originated. So the history of cosmetics span at least 7,000 years and is present in almost every society on earth. So cosmetic body art is argued to have been the earliest form of a ritual in human culture. The evidence for this comes in the form of utilized red mineral pigment, that is red ochre, include crayons associated with the emergence of Homo sapiens in Africa. And an archaeological evidence of cosmetics certainly dates from ancient Egypt and Greece. So what we studied, that history of cosmetic was first originated from Africa, and archaeological evidence of the cosmetics certainly dates from ancient Egypt and Greece also. So according to the one source, early major development include the use of castor oil in ancient Egypt as a protective balm, skin cream made up of beeswax, olive oil, rose water, described by Romans. So the ancient Greek also used cosmetic, and cosmetics are mentioned in the Old Testaments, like 2 Kings 3:30, where Jezebel painted her eyelid approximately 840 BC, and the book of Esther describes various beauty treatment as well. So cosmetics were also used in ancient Rome, although much of Roman literature suggests that it was frowned upon. So it is also known that some women in ancient Rome invented makeup, including lead-based formulas to whiten the skin, and coal was used to line the eyes. So it was little history of cosmetic preparations. But dear students, let me tell you one thing, that we have discussed it in a brief, and you must have a little knowledge of the history, but usually it is not asked in the examinations. So just go through from the basic concept of cosmetics and a little bit, like just to know the origin, from where it was originated. So that will be enough for you. So till now in this module we have discussed what are cosmetics. So as I said, cosmetics are used to enhance your appearance, okay, and availability, like availability in the sense ki cosmetic preparations are available in the cream, lotion, hair gel, different types of creams and shampoos, hair gel, powder, and lipsticks. So these are the available cosmetic products, and we have also discussed the history of cosmetics. Now directly we will move to the introduction part. So here we will see definitions of cosmetic. So these definitions are standard definitions as per Food, Drug and Cosmetic Act and definition given by European regulation. Okay. So what Food, Drug and Cosmetic Act says, means how it defines the cosmetic. So it defines the cosmetic by their intended use as The articles intended to be rubbed, poured, sprinkled or sprayed on, introduced into or otherwise applied to the human body for cleansing, beautifying, promoting attractiveness or altering the appearance. So this is the verbatim definition as per Food, Drug and Cosmetic Act. So here is another definition given by European regulation. So cosmetic product can be defined as any substance or preparation intended to be put in contact with the different superficial part of human body. Say for example, epidermis, head, body nails, nail, lips and external genital organs, or with the teeth and the mucous membrane of the mouth in order to exclusively or generally clean, perfume, modify their appearance and or correct body odor and or protect or keep them in good condition. So this is the verbatim definitions. So just go through from these two definitions, the definition given by Food, Drug and Cosmetic Act and as per European regulation. So dear student, if it comes in the examinations that how to define cosmetics, so you can of course define it in your own words, but if it is possible for you to remember any one definition as such means verbatim definition. So if it is us, so please just remember either European regulation definitions or by Food, Drug and Cosmetic Act. So you can write the definition as per Food, Drug and Cosmetic Act is so and so and or by European regulation. So now here we will see, can a product be both a cosmetic and a drug? So this thing like cosmetic preparations, how they differ from cosmeceuticals. Alright. So some products meet the definitions of both cosmetic and drug. So this may happen when a product has two intended use. So two intended use means first use is they are used as a cosmetics and second use they are used as a cosmeceutical. So before understanding this, let me explain you about the difference between cosmetic and cosmeceuticals. Okay, so cosmetic preparations are the preparation which are used to enhance your appearance as we have discussed, and cosmeceuticals, these preparations have some therapeutic value added. Say for example, shampoo is a cosmetic because its intended use is to cleanse the hair. But if we take an example of an anti-dandruff shampoo, an anti-dandruff treatment is a drug because its intended use is to treat dandruff, which is a problem in which is a medicated problem. Okay, so consequently an anti-dandruff shampoo is having both the values, cosmetic and a drug. So we can consider a anti-dandruff shampoo in the category of cosmeceutical. So can a product be both cosmetic and a drug? So in the same context we are moving ahead and we will see one more example. Among other cosmetic drug combinations are toothpaste that contain fluoride, deodorants that are also antiperspirant and moisturizers, and makeup marketed with sun's protection claims. Okay, so such product must comply with the requirement of both cosmetic and drug. So here what we want to state that cosmetic preparations, cosmeceuticals preparation, both the preparations they little differ. That cosmetics have pure cosmetic value, they are just used to enhance your appearance, and cosmeceuticals products having both the values, they will serve as a cosmetic as well as cosmeceuticals. Okay. So a little we will discuss here how are approval requirement different. So under the Food, Drug and Cosmetic Act, cosmetic product and ingredient with the exception of color additive do not require FDA approval before they go on the market. Drugs, however, must generally either receive a pre-market approval by FDA through the new drug approval process or conform to a monograph for a particular drug category as established by FDA's over-the-counter drug review. So, over-the-counter drugs, they are OTC products. So, in layman term, what we say? OTC products. So, how are approval requirement different? So, these monographs specify condition where OTC drug ingredients are generally recognized as safe and effective and not misbranded. So, certain OTC drug may remain on the market without NDA approval until a monograph for its class of drug is finalized as a regulation. So, however, once FDA has made the final determination on the status of a OTC drug category, such products must either be the subject of an approval NDA Food and Drug Cosmetic Act section 505A and B or comply with the appropriate monograph of an OTC drug. So this we are discussing just to have an idea that how the approval requirement differs. Okay. So if a product is intended to use a drug, it must comply with the requirement of the outline above. So now we will see the meaning of these two terms. Like first we will see an NDA, which is a vehicle through which the drug sponsor formally propose that FDA approves a pharmaceutical for sales and marketing in the United States. So FDA only approves an NDA, new drug approval, after determining, for example, that the data is adequate to show the drug's safety and effectiveness for its proposed use and that is benefits outweigh the risk. Okay, so this condition is very necessary for them to qualify that the safety and effectiveness should never be compromised. Now, the NDA system is also used for new ingredient and for new indications entering the OTC marketplace for the first time. I will explain you this with an example. The newer OTC product previously available only by the prescription, that as and when the doctor will prescribe, you will get the same, are first approved through the NDA system and their switch to OTC status is then approved also through the NDA system. So this is how the thing works. Now monograph. So FDA has published the monograph or rules for a number of OTC drugs categories. These monographs, which are published in the Federal Register state requirements for categories of non-prescription drug, such as what ingredient may be used and what are intended use. So if you want to go through in detail about these monographs, please go to the website of FDA, fda.gov.in. So I have taken these links from FDA website only, just to make you understand that what are approval requirements, what are these terminologies, and what this states in detail. So dear students, till now in this module, what we have discussed? We have discussed the general idea about cosmetic preparations. So, and the cosmetic preparation, the general idea, or in a layman term, if we want to recall what are cosmetic preparations, they are just to enhance the appearance of a person. Okay. So, and then availability, we have discussed the availability of product, what all products are available in the form of a cream, lotion, hair care, gel, oil, and even herbal cosmetics are in high demand nowadays. So we will see herbal cosmetics in detail in the coming modules, and about the different aspects of cosmetic preparations and little history of cosmetics. We have discussed that from where it was originated, okay, and then approval requirements, how they differ, what is the difference between cosmetic and cosmeceuticals. So dear students, please make it clear. So it may be asked in 2 marks question that how they both differ, cosmetics and cosmeceuticals. So I think so I hope so that after going through from this module you will be able to answer this question. So history of cosmetics, as I said, it is not usually asked in the examination, but please go through from it so that you can have an idea behind the history. Okay, and approval requirement, yes, of course it is important, so please go through, and the different terminologies, sometimes it may be asked to define NDA, what is monograph. Okay, so and definitions, both two definitions we have discussed. Okay, so 2 definitions as per drug cosmetic, as per Food Drug and Cosmetic Act, and as per European regulation. So dear students, please go through from these 2 definitions and just by heart them, so that it will be easier for you to write in the examination. So now we will move different, we'll see the different types of cosmetic preparations. So see, cosmetics, we can classify this preparation in different ways. So the very first cosmetic, if we go for classification, the very first thing which comes in our mind is the use. What is the use? What are the functions, or we can say what are the functions of cosmetic? So based on its use and functions, we classify cosmetic preparations as a use. Use means where these preparations are going to apply. Okay, skin. So you must be knowing this thing, that skin care cosmetics. So skin care cosmetics, what all things comes under this category? Skin care cosmetics, creams, powder, okay, and lotion, even cleansers we apply, and astringents are used to remove the makeup and all. So those preparations which are applied to the skin to enhance its appearance, to give some treatment like anti-aging treatment if you want to give, and makeup removal treatment we want to give. So cream, powder, lotion. So you can enlist different types of preparation under this heading which are applied to the skin. Second is nails. Okay, so when we say the preparations which are used for nails, so directly it comes in our mind that nail polish. Okay, so nail polish and nail polish remover. So these 2 preparations generally we apply on the nails for the beautification, or for giving the good appearance to your nails. There are other preparations also available to nourish the nails and to provide it the nutritional value to the nails. So generally we have two preparations: nail polish and nail polish remover. Teeth, of course, it has huge market coverage. Okay, the preparations which are used for teeth are dentifrices. So here toothpaste, mouthwash, and medicated toothpaste also comes in this category. And next, eye. Okay, so it also has got the huge market cover. The preparations which are applied to the eye for beautifying the eye. So eye creams, under eye creams, and eye lotion, and very importantly eyeliner. So these preparations are generally used by women of all the ages. And hair, so you are very much familiar with the preparations which are applied to the hair. Shampoo, different types of shampoos are available. Cleansing shampoo, simple, which are used to cleanse the hair. Okay, and hair remover creams are also available, and shampoos like different types of shampoo, anti-dandruff shampoo. So some of the brand, if we recall, Clinic Plus shampoo, Head and Shoulder shampoo, Pantene, and these all brands are of hair care product. And hair straightening serum is also available nowadays in the market, which are used to apply to the hair. So this is next type of classification: cosmetics according to their function. So first we discussed about the cosmetic preparations which are applied to the different areas of body: skin, nails, hair, okay, eye, and dentifrices, or to the teeth caring product. Okay, now cosmetics according to their functions: curative. A very good example of this is antiperspirant. Protective, face powder. We can classify the face powder. You can have example of different talcum powders available. And even protective, I would like to add here that sunscreen preparations which are used to protect your skin from the harmful UV rays of sun. Okay, corrective means if there are some face powder, say for example, if we apply face powder to give some corrective measures, that means when some special type of makeup is needed, and if you want to hide some wrinkles, scars of your face, so this type of products, when we choose these types of product, corrective measures it provides to. So face powder, we can take an example, and even foundation cream which gives a little glowy and glamour glow to your skin. Decorative means lipstick, nail polish. So these preparations are used under this category. So, and cosmetics according to their physical nature. Physical nature means in what physical nature they are available. Okay, aerosols, hair perfumes, aerosol preparation. So I hope that you are familiar with the aerosol products. See, aerosol products, they are dispensed out from a container in the form of a spray, and the driving force is the propellant, which is an important component of aerosols. So aerosol product, they are applied in the form of a spray. Cakes, makeup compact powder, cake form, So you might have seen anyone in your family member like applying some cake with the help of an powder puff. So this is generally used for makeup purpose. Okay, so makeup compact powder is a very good example. So powder, it is available in the form of a cake, and a powder puff is needed to apply. You have to rub the powder puff on the cake, and that powder puff, and then with the help of this powder puff, this compact powder is applied to the face. It is generally used for makeup purpose. Okay. Paste, toothpaste, different types of toothpaste are available, and there are number of brands available in the market. Toothpaste, and for different types of preparation, different types of treatment, it is available. Like say for sensitive tooth, we have different types of toothpaste, Sensodyne powder, face and tooth powder, solution, aftershave, and hand solution, oils, hair oils. See, this is, it also has a huge market cover. Different types of a number of oils are available, and sticks, because it's physical nature, like it is in the form of a stick. Lipstick you might have seen. Okay, so this is other way of classifying cosmetic preparations. Okay, so we have classified cosmetic preparation from the application part, where you are going to apply, okay, function and physical nature. So cosmetics according to their physical natures, so this we have discussed already. So other way of classifying cosmetic preparation, see, we have already seen three types of classification, and other way is just like very broadly we classify cosmetics: herbal cosmetics, medicated cosmetics, and general purpose cosmetics. Okay, so even I can say that herbal cosmetics also comes somewhere in the category of general purpose cosmetics. The only difference is the it's up to the customer that if he or she wants to go for an herbal product, so that is also used for general purpose only. Okay, so anyways, I have classified it like this, that herbal cosmetics. So herbal cosmetics, so dear students, herbal cosmetics is very demanding preparations nowadays in the market. When we use the term herbal means the components which are used to prepare the cosmetic preparations are from plant origin. Okay, so this is the gross thing comes in our mind when we talk of herbal cosmetics. So herbal oils, cream, shampoo, and there are a number of other herbal preparations available. So we will discuss them in detail in our coming modules. Okay, so medicated cosmetics, so the it is like one way we discussed in the beginning, that cosmetic and cosmeceuticals. So medicated cosmetics are cosmeceuticals. You can also understand it by this way. Okay, so toothpaste for sensitive uh, teeth, so teeth, medicated oil for joint pain, like you might have heard Dr. Ortho, which is used to treat the joint pain, and lotion, calamine lotion, sunscreen lotion. Sunscreen lotion, it is going to protect your skin from the harmful rays, harmful UV rays. Okay, and different types of lotions which are used for skin problems. General purpose, you can, as I said, the general purpose, simply say for example shampoo, it is used to cleanse the hair, generally for cleaning purpose. So general purpose may the general cosmetics comes cream, which is generally applied to like it prevents your skin that it will not get dry. Okay, and based on the different types of skin also there are number of cosmetic preparations available. So these are the different ways of classifying cosmetic preparations. So general purpose herbal, we will see little in the like herbal. I have already discussed that herbal cosmetics. And dear students, remember that in the coming modules we are going to discuss it in much more detail. Herbal creams, what are the ingredients used of herbal oil, what are different types of oils, and what are the herbal ingredients which are used in the manufacturing of these herbal oils. Similarly for lotion and gel, and there are many other types of herbal cosmetics which are not mentioned in this slide, but we will see in the coming module. Medicated cosmetics, this we have already discussed. And shampoo, you can take any example of medicated cosmetics which have some therapeutic value associated with the cosmetic. So so these are the references. You can go through these references in if you want to go in detail. So here a summary. So introduction to cosmetics, we have discussed history of cosmetics and different types of cosmetic preparation. So dear students, in this module we have discussed about introduction, definition, different types, what are approval requirement, what is the difference between cosmetic and cosmeceuticals, okay, and history also we have discussed, and different types of cosmetic preparation, their classification you can say. So dear students, that's all for this module, and stay tuned for more videos, and thank you so much for paying attention.